Hey there. Over here. Yeah, right here. Hey, by any chance, are you that missing person the Rangers have been looking for? I heard on the radio that someone got separated from their friend a few hours ago, and you fit the description. Is that you? Oh. Well, this is good. I'm glad I found you safe and sound. Hey, why don't you come inside? I'll let the Rangers know you're here. It could take them a while to pick you up, and it's starting to get pretty cold out. You might be a lot more comfortable inside. We can top off your water too if you need it. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead, take a load off. I'm sure your back could use a little break. And I'll get that coat off you. There you go. There you go, bud. Can I see your canteen? You are almost empty. I'll get you some fresh water while I get on the radio and I'll let the Rangers know that you're here. You just sit tight for a second, okay? All right. I got a hold of the Rangers. They said they'll be able to pick you up in a couple of hours. Yeah, they said that they were sorry that they couldn't pick you up sooner. But they're pretty short-staffed right now. You're free to wait here if you like. I could use the company. Let's say, I noticed your voice sounded pretty hoarse, so I made you a cup of tea with some lemon and honey. That should soothe your throat. Yeah, you bet. No, yeah, that makes sense. That had to be a tough time not knowing where your friend is. It's not all that dangerous out here, but it's better to go hiking with company when you can. Then again, look at me, all by myself, no one to talk to except for the radio. That's kind of funny, actually. If there was anyone else out here, I might not have had the radio on, might not have heard about you. I'd have paid no mind when I saw you walking by, not realizing someone was looking for you. I think that's called a happy accident. Even better was I was about to go make dinner. Do you like tater tot hot dish? It's a ground beef, mixed vegetables, cream of mushroom soup, cheese, seasoning, tater tots, of course. You never had a hot dish before? Well, it's kind of a staple around here. Well, this recipe is something of a quick stovetop meal. You know, it's a beef stew. You put it into a Pyrex pan and you top it off with the cheese and rows of tater tots. Yeah, you get these tots buttered right up against each other, and then you bake it that way. Yeah, until the taters are nice and cooked. That's just one way of doing it. Oh yeah, I used to make this for the wife and the kids. Well, ex-wife and the kids. These days it's just me. I tend to make too much, so yeah, you're really helping me out, bud. Oh yeah, you bet. So where are you from, friendo? Oh yeah. Yeah, I might have guessed from your accent. You're kind of far from home. Did you come all the way up here just for a hike? Yeah, that makes sense. You're here for a wedding. I got married around here too. I could have had an outdoor wedding, but everyone in my family had their wedding in the same church and then this reception at the same American Legion. Is a wedding happening around here? Oh, that's a great choice. I've been there. I love the foliage. You can really lose yourself in a place like that. People say I think about trees a little bit too much. I could have been an arborist, but you know what happens when you turn your hobby into a job? You start to look at it differently. For instance, my wife and kids aren't keen on doing maintenance here on the cabin. They asked me why we went out and we drove all this way just to do chores somewhere else, and for me it's a hobby. It feels good to do work on your own terms, you know what I mean? To your own satisfaction, and then you can be the primary beneficiary of your own labor. Like, you don't have to listen to anybody or like a boss or the HOA. That's what I love about it. Maybe one day they'll see what I mean, but then again, they probably had such a bad time it chased them away. That's the price I pay, I suppose. I should have brought the family to Disneyland. That would not have killed me. Do you have kids? Oh, that's fine. It's a lot of work. I figure with so many people in the world working to raise me, that I might as well pass it forward. And it's funny, you can hear all the time, you're so focused on what you can do, you never considered if you should. I think I'm the opposite. See, I'm convinced that I should do this thing, but I never really considered if I could. I mean, how unlikely is it that I'm going to hear about a missing person on the radio, only for that person to come waltzing my way? Now, I know I should care, and I do. Most of the time, that's as far as it goes. Maybe other people have better luck. Like you. You seem pretty lucky. Sometimes I wonder what that's like. Being lucky. Well, there you go. Got the Hotdish assembled. And this should only take a few more minutes to bake. Are you done with your tea? I'll go ahead and take that for you. Yeah, your voice is already sounding a lot better. In fact, your voice sounds pretty nice. Has anyone told you that? There's a karaoke bar in town. Maybe if, by the time you get reunited with your friend, you're still up for excitement, you guys can go into town. It gets pretty lively, and you know, despite the rumors, fights there are pretty seldom. The wildest thing about that town is the stories. And if you go there tonight, you might hear about one later. Like, let's say you spill your drink. A month later, you'll hear about yourself. Someone will tell the story of a time that you threw a beer into the face of a dirt bag. Yeah, that's how the rumor mill works around here, bud. Nah, we're almost ready. I'll grab some plates. I'll let it cool off a bit. In the meantime, I'll check on the radio and I'll see if they have left to pick you up. I reckon they will. Most people get pretty bored out there. Worst case scenario is you interrupted a game of cribbage. You might have made their night. That's not all of them, mind you. Just the ones listening to the radio. I'll be right back. The Caribou left you for a moment to make a transmission on the radio. The aroma of the Hotdish makes your stomach growl. You trace your fingers along the grain of the smooth surface of the wood table. It seemed to be a single, thick plank that surely came from the trunk of a large tree. You conclude that it's an old table, since trees that size are rare these days. At the table, there are 6 wooden chairs with cushions on the seats. Strips of cloth tied to each of the cushions to the backs of the chairs to keep them from slipping off. On the wall to your right, there's a picture of the Caribou along with the rest of his family. You notice he looks a bit different in this picture as he does now. That's when you notice the nearly inked lettering at the bottom. Familia Bane, or The Family Band, 1991. You start to wonder how old this man is when you hear him re-enter the room. Good news, they're almost here. I thought for sure they'd take a wrong turn or something. That's easy to do out here. I'm not about to let you leave hungry, though. Yeah, I know. It's no trouble. Here you go. Oh, would you like a pop? I got Barks and Sunkissed. There you go. So this might surprise you, but in that picture, I'm the one in the middle holding the recorder. The youngest one. I tried doing the same thing with my own kids. I figured my wife was really into music, so I thought it would be a really easy sell. Well, come to find out she was more of a listener. And if I was more of a listener, I might have known that sooner. So it goes. Hey, how's that Hotdish treating you? It's a pretty simple throw together sort of thing. You're probably not going to see this at any Michelin star restaurants. What can I say? It's comfortable. Well, I suppose that's them pulling up right now. Here, let me get your cell number so I can make sure that you got back to civilization okay. Oh wait, I almost forgot. I got a whole bunch of these bars from my neighbor. I think these are strawberry rhubarb. Go ahead and take a couple with you. Be careful though. They crumble. They crumble like crazy. I guess you don't know if your friend has had dinner yet. Here, I'll put some Hotdish in a Tupperware for him. Oh, and don't worry about getting the container back to me right away. I got plenty of them. So, yeah, tell your folks I said hi. Yeah, take care now.